up here in the top right, we've got ourselves BeasT, who took a pretty convincing game against the Zerg player before that, playing some mech, and even though there's some hiccups in the early game, he essentially just walked over the Zerg player as the game went a little bit later. And down here in the bottom left, Antibor, I think one of the newer members from Team Penguin, Protoss player. They've got some solid Protoss talent on their team, so let's just see how this goes. Now, once again, as I said, Overgrowth, everybody knows Overgrowth. Everybody's got their play styles for Overgrowth. We'll see what our strategies are here. I usually like to think that the onus is on the Terran player to go out there and be aggressive, do something sneaky. We're seeing a lot of Protoss players kind of reverting back to some more aggressive styles. You know, 2 gateway, stalker pressure, zealot, stalker, mothership core attacks. Something to go out there because the Terran player a lot of times in the early game can feel pretty safe unless you're going up against something that's, you know, a Stargate or something of that matter. But you don't generally see Protoss player breathing down the throat of a Terran player really super early on. He's actually going to go for a scout to make sure there's nothing weird happening. I don't generally go for any proxy 2-gate against a Terran player unless I do it in inside of their base. It looks like that was already scouted just to be sure. There's a probe moving out pretty early. But you just want to scout, make sure it's not a 2-vax you're going up against. And a probe in the early game can be just a bugger. If they wanted to go for a command center really fast on the low ground, he can go there, cause them to pull workers off to deal with it. So it pays for itself to be on this other side. It's actually just holding on the watchtower for a second, probably making sure nothing goes down near it. I'm a little surprised he hasn't sent that SCV across the map to see what's going down. We have 2 gases before the gateway is even finished yet. And there's the SCV moving out. We did have our gas a bit earlier this time, so we should have our Reaper moving across. We should. No, it's actually going to be a Marine again. I don't know what the gas is for in that case. It must be going for a really fast factory or something proxy and cool. Let's see it happen. I want to see like proxy factory, proxy starport. Tank push with bunker from right here. There you go. Oh yes. I've done this before against a couple of Protoss players that are way better than me, just to kind of have some fun. Now, if I was Antibor, and I'm not, but if I was, and I saw that there was an SCV that moved out onto the map, but it never came into my base to scout, I would have to be worried that there's going to be some sort of proxy happening. Like, you have to be concerned about that. If you see the scout move out onto the map, and this is very classic with Protoss players, if you see a probe move out onto the map but it hasn't come into your base to look for anything, it's a good chance it's doing something evil. And the looks, come on, you can spot it. I'm not cheering for any in particular, just this, the factory's going to finish up, but this is going to potentially change things. What? Double bunkers? He doesn't have any Marines, he's got 1 Marine down here. The mothership core should be able to come out here and deal with this. If he sends it down, I don't think he sees it yet though. No, he doesn't see the bunker there, otherwise the mothership core could shut this down. We actually have Widow Mines being pushed out from here. Second bunker starting. There is a robo going down. I think that's a smart move with the proxy factory. He needs to get out the detection. Behind this, he's already got a bunker at the front just to make sure he doesn't die. There's only... No, I guess there's going to be 3 Marines coming down as a part of this soon. Scouting for more proxies on this side. Now, hopefully he's paying attention. You won't lose the mothership core one-shotted to a Widow Mine. Might just sack a probe, but I mean he's got no detection for it anyways. Let's see. Well, the Nexus is done. I guess he's going to try to save it. There's more Widow Mines being made. He's not paying attention. The Stalker is out of position to deal with this. Is this in range of stuff? I guess not. How unfortunate. Now the observer is getting boosted out. It'll be... Oh, he's not getting an observer first. I'm confused. Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Dark Shrine. Sorry about that. Now this is interesting. Will the Warp Prism get hit by this Widow Mine when it pops? I guess not, but he sees the Dark Shrine now. Observer is on the way now. Hopefully he rallies that into his actual base and not somewhere else. Nexus is going to go down to just 1 bunker. The Widowmine will see the mothership. Now the engineering bay is not done yet. He's got no scans available, and he's cancelled everything else. This game is going to get weird, and weird fast, and weird hard, and all those other weird things. He can do a lot of damage with this, actually. That engineering bay is a long ways off being done, or at least getting down a missile turret. And even if a scan finishes here, he probably won't be able to kill both. I think he needs to split up these DTs. There's going to be a scan done in just a second. Actually, we killed all of the Marines. There's a GG. That scan. Oh man.